Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and yes, it is that time for another DVD/Blu-ray update. Of course in the horror style, yeah. This is going to be everything that I picked up in the month of December. I picked up way too much stuff, got a bunch of gifts, so essentially there's like over 100 and something things to show here. It's just ridiculous, way too much stuff. Out of control, completely out of control. So... but first off, I have a package that I got from my man Tom, also known as HorrorsBall. I completely forgot that I'd actually entered one of his contests because it was one of those contests where all you have to do is just answer the question in the comment section. It was, what is your favorite Italian film of all time? And I said Suspiria. I absolutely love that movie to death. So, I actually won, which is crazy. So you PM me one day, it's the package, everything's still all sealed up here. I just opened up the box. So I've actually had this sitting here for a couple weeks. I haven't even opened it. So but yeah, I've got a note here and it says, Moods, congrats and thanks for always supporting my channel. Enjoy. Chars, Headbanger Tom. You know what, Tom, I always say all the time that you have the best channel on YouTube, and I stress that to the final bittersweet end. Your channel is the best. I enjoy your videos, your editing, your content. You're just so damn real. You're a great collector. You got some of the coolest editions ever in your collection. Fucking blows my shit out of the frame. But yeah, I really, really love watching your channel. I just wish you made more videos, man. You know, I know you're strapped for time and stuff, but yeah. But anyways, here's the contents of the package, and we'll get right into this right now. All right, so. Packaged up pretty damn good in here. We got some bubble wrap, which is gnarly. Good packaging is always good. And yeah, I'll just throw this in the box here. And first up here we got a sealed copy of Scream Factory's release of Pumpkinhead. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Fucking such an awesome flick. And then we've got, well, this is actually really cool. What case right here? We've got a copy of, oh, this thing doesn't want to go shut there. Pieces of Talent, signed by everybody involved. Christy Ray, of course, Joe Stauffer, and David Long. That's fucking amazing. Most people that watch my channel probably know my thoughts on this film already. I absolutely fucking love this movie. Stay tuned for my top 30 films of 2014. You can check out our top 10 on the podcast, but I'm going to extend that in a video version into top 30 because I thought this year was great. So many good films, but Pieces of Talent. And then we've got, I've never actually seen this cover art for this flick before. I love this movie though, and that is The Willies. I love this, man. Great, great flick. Awesome. Different cover art. That's pretty damn cool. So, Willies. And this is what I was really excited for because Tom actually said, you know, one stipulation with this flick here, you got to do a review. And I have no problem with that. I love doing reviews. So, yeah, and that is Zombie Kids. Fucking rights, man. I'm so stoked. This film is actually done by his daughter. I believe she was 14 at the time. Hope was 13 or 14 when she did the film, I believe. So I'm going to be fucking all over this. But yeah, thanks a lot, buddy, for sending me this. Awesome stuff. Great, great stuff, Tom. Yeah. All right, so getting into the update here. First off, Chars. Yeah. All right, so we've got first up here from Raro, we got Slaughter Hotel. Pretty cool flick, man. Directed by Fernando Di Leo. He's mostly known for doing his fucking Italian crime films. So this was kind of an interesting one to do, starring Klaus Kinski. I thought the flick was really cool. It's got some pretty interesting kills. Yeah, awesome release. Interesting note though, the international version on this actually is missing some audio. In about 3 or 4 times in the film. A little bit of score is missing too. If you watch the Italian dub version, which is so weird, it is actually everything's there. Everything's all there and stuff like that. So, but yeah, Slaughter Hotel, great transfer. Love this, man. Awesome stuff. All right, next up here from Mondo Macabro. That's The Devil's Business. I talked about this one on the podcast. Wow, this movie fucking blew me away, man. I really, really enjoyed this. I thought it was fucking fantastic. Really cool premise. Creepy as shit. I couldn't recommend this enough, man. I'm so happy that Mondo Macabro is putting out Blu-rays because, yeah, they're a cool company. The only thing with Mondo that I've always had a problem with in the past is just their prices. Pretty expensive, but this is fucking awesome. You can't beat this. Chilling flick. Short, but to the point and good. Yeah, looking forward to The Fan. They're releasing The Fan next year on Blu-ray, which is so awesome. Next up here from Draft House, we got Trailer War. I actually didn't know this was out of print when I picked it up. I still got it for like the normal retail price, but yeah, this is awesome. Just a collection of trailers, a bunch of cheesy sci-fi, everything all mixed in, action, exploitation, all that type of stuff. Runs about 100 minutes or something, but yeah, good stuff. Everybody knows I love my trailer compilations. I always find some gems on there that I gotta seek out, so Trailer War, awesome stuff. Next up here from Scorpion, we've got, I believe this release is actually limited. It's like limited to 12 or 1500 or something like that. And that is of Girly. This is a film from 1970 or 1969. Basically about a girl that, well, a family, mom, brother, and their nanny and stuff. And basically these children are like adolescent children, you know, they're in their late teens, but they act like little kids. Basically what they do is they bring home older people to be playmates, and they essentially do fucked up things to them, and the family's all weird, and they live in this huge mansion. Really fucking interesting flick. Lots to say about this one. I really enjoyed Girly. Fucking fantastic. Pretty trippy film, man, actually. Great stuff. Next up here from Scorpion, we've got Jennifer. I've yet to actually watch this. This is when actually Kino and Scorpion kind of merged here for a few releases. I think they actually did merge fully, but yeah, this is like a Carrie ripoff from what I know about it, so looking forward to checking this one out in the future. Next up here from Scorpion, or Kino, whatever you want to call it now, that is The First Power with Lou Diamond Phillips. I haven't seen this film in so long. I watched this back in the day, and remember really enjoying it, but you know, this one's still sealed. I haven't gotten around to watching it, but looking forward to that. Love me Scorpion. Next up here from Vinegar Syndrome is a flick that I've always loved. I love this movie so much. I did it on my day 25, on my 25 Christmas Days of Horror last year, and that is Christmas Evil. Love this flick, man. Great, great Christmas film. One of my favorite ones. Just a cool character study. Awesome shit going on in this one. Vinegar Syndrome's transfer, fucking fantastic on this. Looks really, really great. I know a lot of people aren't keen on the cover art, but I actually really do like this, but yeah. Christmas Evil. Next up from Scream Factory, we've got Lord of Illusions, Collector's Edition. You know, I've never been the hugest fan of this film. I was never really a big fan of the theatrical cut of it. It's just one of those films, man, I can never really get into. Checked out the director's cut that's also on this too. It's 2 separate discs, pretty cool stuff. And didn't really care for it again, man. I actually find this movie to be quite boring, to be honest. I don't know, there's just something about it. It's just kind of, it drags. I don't know, the characters or the story. Maybe it's the story. It's just not interesting to me. I find it kind of blah, just bland, I guess. I don't know. And plus, it's really dated looking. The effects are really dated in this too, but Lord of Illusions, yeah. Next up from Scream Factory, we've got the double feature Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror. I fucking love these two movies. Love these two flicks, man. Tales from the Crypt, love the Christmas one. Such a great short. And the second, like, they're both great films. Cool thing is this comes actually with the director's cut, or the uncut version of Vault of Horror, and it also comes with the theatrical version too, so in 2 discs. But very cool stuff. Great release by Scream Factory. Love that. Really cool stuff. Next up here from VCI. This is a VCI exclusive to the website. I've seen this on Terror for Tom's update, and it really piqued my interest because I didn't know anything about this flick, and I love that when people pick up shit that I've never heard of before. And it's called What the Peeper Saw. What the Peeper Saw. Yeah, I don't really know what the fuck, man, is up with this one. Like I said, it's exclusive, so you can only order from the website and stuff. But this one does look, it looks really cool. It's an older flick from, I want to say 1972, but obviously it's something about peeping toms. I don't know, but yeah, that one looks pretty damn cool. I had to pick it up. I mean, yeah, films I've never heard of on Blu-ray. That's pretty damn cool. Chars. Next up here, we've got Hannibal on Blu-ray. Love Hannibal. you know, at times I almost prefer this flick to Silence of the Lambs. I know that's sacrilegious to say, but I do like Silence of the Lambs better. But sometimes I almost feel like I like this one more, if that makes any sense. But I really need to upgrade Silence of the Lambs actually to Blu-ray. But yeah, Hannibal, had to grab that. Super cheap. Next up here we've got The Dead 2. And I actually really did enjoy this flick. I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed with it and whatnot. It's kind of the same thing as the first one, just set in India. Very similar. You know, this one, this guy's trapped in India. He was doing some work there and he needs to find his wife. And of course, this zombie apocalypse is going on. I enjoyed it, man. You know, I thought it maybe dragged in a little parts, but it was pretty decent, you know. It was okay. It wasn't as bad as people were saying it was. Then we've got, next up here is the Purge Anarchy, which is, you know, obviously the second installment of the Purge Couldn't-Be franchise. I know the third one is supposed to come out in 2015, which is this year. I enjoyed this one a lot more than the first one. I'm glad that they took it to the streets. They didn't cop out in this one. I thought the first one, the ending was complete shit. It kind of ruined the flick for me. First half of the movie was good, but this one I thought was entertaining throughout the whole thing. It still wasn't like the greatest thing. I thought it could have been a little better, but that's just me. But yeah, I definitely did enjoy The Purge 2. Next up here, I got another Toho Godzilla collection. Just upgrades. I own both these on DVD, but I'm collecting all these Tahos because they're doing a pretty good job of the releases. And that is Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. Giant Monsters All Out Attack, and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. I love Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. It's fucking bad, but it's awesome. Love me some Godzilla films, man. Only missing a couple from the entire franchise of Godzilla films, so yeah, awesome stuff. Still need to watch those. Next up here we've got a movie that's gotten a lot of praise this year, Oculus. I finally got around to grabbing a copy of this. It was so expensive for so long, and I got it for $10 on Blu-ray, so that was good. But yeah, watched it. I really did enjoy it. I didn't think it was as good as people were making it out to be. Maybe I was a victim of overhypeness or something, but I still thought it was pretty cool. The problem I had with this one is it was kind of predictable. I kind of predicted the end. I don't know how that happened, but I did call what was going to happen, so yeah, but very interesting premise. I thought it was kind of original and stuff, so I do give him props, and it's definitely one of the better mainstream, like, theatrical releases of the year. We talk about that in great detail on the podcast about how there was really only like a dozen theatrical horror film releases this year, and man, most of them were pretty fucking bad. This is the better one, in my opinion. And yeah, so continue along here. Not really a horror film, more of like a dark kind of, you know, dark film, and that is 1 Hour Photo, of course, with Robin Williams. Rest in peace to Robin Williams. I haven't watched his Blu-ray yet, but I really do, and I love this film. I actually have always been a bigger fan of Robin Williams when he does play serious roles. I think he was actually quite a good actor. I mean, I love his comedic stuff. He's great. I prefer like his stand-up and stuff over some of his, you know, comedic films, but I love when he played a dark character, and you know, this one just really worked for me. Been a big fan of that one. Plus, I had to grab it. It was really cheap. I think it was only like $7 or something on Blu-ray. Next up here, we got Nymphomaniac, Lars von Trier, 5.5 hour epic sex show. Still have yet to watch this, actually, so I don't know. But, you know, it's Lars von Trier, so I'm expecting this to be really good. It's got quite the fucking cast, like, oh, everyone's in the Christian Slater, man. I love how Uma Thurman's in this film. William Dafoe, so cool, man. Shia LaBeouf, of course. But yeah, the director's cut of this one, I didn't grab the other version because I knew this was coming out, so it's like an hour longer. 5.5 hour film. Crazy. It's like a fucking epic. Next up here, this one was recommended to me by my boy Jeremy because, he just loved this film. He said it's one, you know, like, kind of a newer classic film. And I find that Matthew McConaughey has been doing a lot of good films as of recently. I was never like the hugest fan of him, but he's been actually playing in some pretty damn good films. Killer Joe. If you've never seen Killer Joe, man, holy fuck me, that movie is excellent. He's great in that film. And that is Mud. I've heard really good things about this one. It's like a drama type thriller. I don't know really exactly what it's about, but Jeremy just told me it's really fucking good. I need to check it out. So, Mud. Got that one. Got this one for super cheap. Found it with a slipcover, so I had to grab it. I've been wanting to check this out because I am an Oliver Stone fan, and that's Savages. So, yeah, I mean, this one's long too. It's like 2.5 hours director's cut on this one. So, yeah, looking forward to that. I've heard mixed opinions, but I want to check it out for myself. Next up here is a, basically just an upgrade, obviously just an upgrade. It's one of my favorite flicks of all time, and I just heard the PQ was really good, so I had to grab it, and that's Labyrinth. Jennifer Connelly, fucking David Bowie, how can you go wrong? Great, great, great soundtrack. Awesome flick, man. I love this fucking movie. One of my favorites of all time. Next up is a franchise I've never actually seen one film from, if you can believe that. And I found this for really cheap, the whole Blu-ray box set, so I was like, why not just pick it up, and then when I finally feel like getting around to it, I'll watch these. And that is the Underworld complete box set. It's got all 4 films in there, and it was, I think, $20 for this Blu-ray set, so I was like, wow, I mean, really, if I buy them individually, it's probably going to be more, so grab the box set. Plus, I'm a box set whore. I love these things, but yeah, Underworld films, I don't really, I mean, I guess they're kind of horrorish, I guess. They got horror elements to them and stuff, but I'm curious to check them out. Why not? Got this for Christmas from my parents because I asked for it. I'm a really big fan of these films. I know some people aren't, but really just, you know, it's a pretty compact box set, and I love that about it. And that is the Harry Potter complete box set on Blu-ray. Yeah, I'm a big fan of these, man. I know a lot of people are probably going, really? You're like the Harry Potter films? But I find nothing wrong with them. I find them super entertaining and just entertaining. I don't know. They're pretty good for what they are, so... yeah, I have seen all of them before. Yeah, Harry Potter box set. And last up for the Blu-rays is one of my favorite fucking releases of the year, and I'm so stoked. I never did pick up that gold box set of this series because it was always so expensive. Could never find it for a good price, and I'm glad I waited. You know, never even really tried to seek it out after I couldn't pick it up. And that is the Twin Peaks Blu-ray box set. I love this show, man. I always wish that it was longer, but at least there's 2 good seasons. I'm pretty stoked that this is coming back, and David Lynch is actually directing the episodes, which is really crazy. But yeah, this is just a fantastic box set. Great show. Really, really weird show. It's got a really weird vibe to it, but of course it is, you know, based off the David Lynch film. And I was really stoked to find out when I grabbed this box set, or my parents bought me this box set, actually. God bless them. Love you, Mom and Dad. Yeah, they... that it came with the fucking movie on Blu-ray too. So I have it on DVD, but I didn't know it came with the Blu-ray, and I was so stoked. I was like, that's awesome. So yeah, the Twin Peaks Blu-ray box set, gotta fucking love it. Awesome stuff. Definitely one of my favorite releases of the year. Can't wait to dig into it, so that's gonna be fucking gnarly. Alrighty, yeah. So I'm going to get into the DVD portion of my update. I'm going to start off with some fucking Italian films that I picked up. I have a lot of fucking DVDs to get through here, so stay tuned and stay patient. But yeah, I'm going to start off with, I got a pretty big stack of Italian stuff that I've grabbed. So first up is a Video Nasty that, that I've been after for a long time. I finally bid. I had to pay $14 for this because I know it's out of print. And, yeah, just pissed me off. One of the very last ones I actually need, and that is SS Experiment Love Camp. Holy fuck. Couldn't say that. I actually enjoy this movie. It's fucking terrible, but there's something about Nazi exploitation films that I always dig, man. I love them. Really good stuff, but yeah, it's a really fucking bad movie. But, yeah. Directed by, of course, Sergio Garone. Yeah, SS Experiment Camp. Good stuff. I can't believe I actually never had this in the collection. I just never grabbed it for whatever reasons. One of the only Mario Bava films I can even think of I didn't own. And it's kind of embarrassing, but Blood and Black Lace. Finally got around to grabbing this. This movie is so good. Such a great flick, man. Absolutely love this one. Oh, just really, really great stuff. But, yeah. Good stuff. Next up here is a film from 2014 directed by Luciano Enotti. Sorry about that if I butchered the shit out of that. And it's called Sonno Profondo. This is practically a like a silent giallo. This one only has about 4 or 5 lines of dialogue in it. Runs about an hour long. I reviewed this one on the podcast, but this is an interesting flick if you like very artsy kind of giallo, almost silent films. It's very cinematography, score driven to tell the story. It's really interesting. I thought it was pretty cool. It's definitely not for everybody if you don't like these, these kind of artsy films and stuff, but I really enjoyed that. One of the better 2014 films I've seen this year. Another one from 2014 released by Elite, and that is called Shock, My Abstraction of Death. This is two Italian, basically kind of short films. They run about 45 minutes apiece. Talked about this one on the cast too. Pretty interesting stuff. They're decent. They're nothing great. But they're very kind of similar in tones and stuff. But interesting premises. Not bad. It's worth the watch. Next up here, Umberto Lenzi's Hitcher in the Dark. I actually just did a review for this on Body Bags on Shriek Show Week. By chance, I just watched this and I needed to do a fill-in for Chris. So, Hitcher in the Dark, kind of almost the same tone as Welcome to Spring Break kind of deal. American actors and stuff. You know, Josie Bissette's in this film. You actually get to see her naked. It's pretty cool. Not a great film, but still fun. Definitely worth the watch. If you're a fan of Umberto Lenzi, it's pretty good. Next up, I did this one as my Italian Stallion on the podcast. From 1974 is Beyond the Door. Finally got around to grabbing this. Found it for a really good price. Usually this one goes for stupid money because it's a Code Red release. Every goddamn Code Red release goes out of print, goes for stupid fucking prices on the third market, which I can't fucking stand. So fucking irritating. In the end, we wanted more. Buried alive and long. In the end, we wanted right. But yeah, Beyond the Door, pretty cool flick, man. What can I say? You know, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's a lot better than, you know, people made it out to be, in my opinion, of course. But yeah, Beyond the Door. Continue along with the Italian stuff here. Umberto Lenzi's Seven Blood Stained Orchids. I've actually seen this movie before. This one's still sealed. Again, this one was okay. It's not really my favorite Umberto Lenzi film, but it's decent. I do need to revisit this one. It's been years since I've seen it, but yeah. Alright, we got here a Ruggero Deodato film, Phantom of Death, released by Shameless. Really need to get more Shameless releases. It's just importing right now. It's so fucking expensive, so very, very irritating, but be on the lookout for Ruggero Deodato on my channel. So, but yeah, Phantom of Death, never seen that one before, looking forward to it. We got a film here by Bruno Mattei. I've actually never seen this one either, and that is The Other Hell. I've had this one on my radar for a long time and finally got around to picking it up. Been grabbing lots of Bruno Mattei stuff, of course, with the Intervision releases that came out recently. And they just announced another one too, which is really cool. But yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. Yeah, The Other Hell. And then we got a Lamberto Bava film that I've never seen. Didn't even know this was on DVD. I came across it because I was looking for more, like the rest of the Lamberto Bava films. As you guys know, I did a theme week on my channel showcasing his lesser-known films and stuff. But this is one from like the 2000s that I didn't really know too much about. Very happy to find out it was on DVD though. But that's Ghost Son. So looking forward to checking this out. Later Lamberto Bava stuff. We got some more Ruggero Deodato stuff here, and that is Dial Help. Now, I've always wanted to check out this film because of the fucking premise of this one. Really funny. I think it's about like a killer phone or something like that, so can't go wrong with that, of course, right? Cool stuff. Then we've got a flick that I think is really fantastic, kind of underrated. Antonio Margaretti film, Naked You Die, released by Dark Sky Films. Very cool that they put this out. So, you know, you can get it for a pretty decent price. But yeah, this is a good flick, man. Naked You Die. Awesome stuff. Next up here, we've got another Maya Communication release here. I love Maya. And Sergio Martino, Island of the Fishmen. I've never seen this one, still sealed up. Looking forward to checking this out, though. It does look fucking pretty cheesy, but yeah, check out that shit right there. Yeah. Alright, continue along here. Another Sergio Martino film, and that is Scorpion with Two Tails. Got this one for really cheap, man. Really, really cheap, so I was happy to score that. Yeah, this is a great flick too, man. It's still sealed, but gotta check this one out. Scorpion with Two Tails. Great giallo, great title. And this one right here was actually a recommendation from my boy Tom HorrorsBall from his underrated Italian flicks series that he did on his channel in October. This one is directed by Marziano Vanini, or something like that. And I've heard of this one, but I didn't really know anything about it. And that's The Girl from Cortina. This one looks cool, man. I mean, if Tom is recommending it and, you know, saying it's an underrated Italian gem, I definitely got to check this one out. Looks very, very cool. But yeah, The Girl from Cortina. Looks cool, man. Looks really cool. So, but yeah, continue along with the DVDs, just in the regular stuff here. We've got a documentary, one of my favorite documentaries I've seen in such a long time, and that is Adjust Your Tracking. I think this one is fucking just awesome from V8 Shitfest. Dan Killen and Levi Piertik, however you say their names, of course, they've got their own YouTube channel and stuff. About VHS collecting. This is awesome. Really, really cool stuff. I'm really always interested in VHS collecting. I don't really do much of it myself, but watching, you know, seeing people's collections and stuff, just really cool. But this is one of the better documentaries to come out. Great special features. Got about 7 hours of special features there on the back. I actually watched all of them. Really love this. Great stuff. Next up here from, actually the next bunch of releases here from Sub Rosa. I love my Sub Rosa stuff. And we got a newer Mark Polonia film called Chainsaw Killer. I watched this one the other night. It's actually pretty, actually didn't mind it, man. It's again to do with VHS and stuff, about a guy that's trying to seek out this one and only VHS, and there's a link between the killings and stuff. Pretty cool, man. You know, low budget shit, bad acting, but Chainsaw Killer, I enjoyed it, man. It was cool. Next up here from Tim Ritter is I was going to say Use Your Illusions, fuck. Twisted Illusions 2. I've actually never seen this one before. Finally got around to grabbing it. It was like $2 or something, brand new, so can't beat that. Twisted Illusions 2. Next up here is another Sub Rosa film called Phobias. I'm assuming this is really, I mean, everything from Sub Rosa is always super low budget and shit like that, so what can I say? But yeah, Sub Rosa Phobias definitely looks like a slasher flick. And then we got 16 Tongues. This one kind of looks pretty cool. You know, I hit up the Sub Rosa website, you know, a few weeks back, and like I got most of these titles for like $1 and like $2 and stuff. Like it was super cheap. The shipping wasn't, you know, overly the greatest to Canada, like it usually isn't, but it still made it worth it though. Like the titles were basically like $3 a piece kind of thing. So really cheap though. So love my Sub Rosa. Next up here is another Tim Ritter film. I love Tim Ritter, by the way. Reconciled Through the Christ. I've never actually seen this one. Looking forward to checking this one out. Kind of a cool thing right there. We got another one here, and this one is called Housebound. This one's been on my radar for a long time. I just kind of like the cover art. It's not really the greatest, but it's kind of intriguing. But Housebound, I don't know. More Sub Rosa bullshit. Another Tim Ritter film. This is Truth or Dare Volume 4, Deadly Dares. I have the first 3, so I had to grab this one. Yeah. I think I might do like a Tim Ritter fucking theme week on my channel too. I love me some Tim Ritter. Got lots of flicks, so. And we've got The Devil of Blue Mountain. This one's really dark. You can see that right there. Yeah. Sub Rosa sealed up. Got a couple Jess Franco double features here. I always grab everything Jess Franco, even though his films are mostly hit and miss. But Naked and Dead Dolls collabo or compilation. Blind Target and Broken Dolls. That's pretty cool right there. A couple Jess Franco flicks I've actually never even heard of. And this one is called Erotic Rites of a Virgin. Double feature. You got Red Silk and Snake Woman on that one right there. That's pretty cool. We got another double feature here from Sub Rosa called Sinister and House of Carnage. I've always wanted to check out House of Carnage, man. That movie looks fucking gnarly. Pretty cool stuff. And yeah, that's it for the Sub Rosa stuff. 2014 slasher flick that I really enjoyed, man. This one was awesome. Thought it was very cool. Love the ending to this one, and that is Billy Club. Very, very good modern slasher. I thought it was excellent. And I'm a fucking huge baseball freak, as you know. I'm wearing a baseball hat right now. But so this one just, it really worked for me, man. I loved it. Loved the killer's weapon. It was fucking gnarly. Good stuff, man. Billy Club, highly recommended. Then we got another compilation, 3 films here. This one's very, very misleading, called Santa Sickest, Tales of Terror, Torture, Murder, and Gore. Right there. This one's very misleading. It has nothing to do with Christmas at all. This one, of course, has Sloppy the Psychotic, which I actually have a solo copy of that film, which is it's so fucking funny. Then we got the director's next film called IBS, Irritable Bowel Syndrome, which was fucking so funny on this one. And The Experiment, which was actually really bad. I really did not care for The Experiment at all, but IBS was funny as shit right there. And of course, Sloppy the Psychotic, fun. Love the part where he throws the kid on the barbecue. It's so funny. Dead Time Stories. This one is from the 80s, 1986. Anthology flick. It's basically retelling of like kids' stories and stuff like that. Kind of for adults and stuff. I enjoyed this, man. This was actually pretty well done. Pretty cool stuff. Next up here from Black Fawn Distribution is The Door. One of my favorite companies. Is a Canadian company that's putting out lots of fucking great stuff. I enjoyed this, man. I thought it was really, really different. Pretty interesting premise. Kind of confusing, but cool stuff, though. I enjoyed it. Definitely check out Black Fawn. They've got 7 films out right now, and I think they're doing like a really good job. So, next up here from Ryan Nicholson, we've got released from Vicious Circle Films, and that's Bleeding Lady, and I've still yet to watch this one. Pretty much the only Ryan Nicholson film I haven't seen yet, so actually I've never seen Torch, but yeah, I've heard mixed reviews on this one, but I love Ryan Nicholson. He's great, and yeah, gotta check that out sometime. I'll get around to it. Now, I finally got a copy of this. I've been looking for this movie for so long. The slipbox is a little beat up, but the discs are perfect shape, and that is Tale of Two Sisters. I love this movie, man. This is a great Asian flick, released by, Tartan Asian Extreme. Really, really cool stuff, man. Love this flick. Great stuff. Then, of course, we've got... I know this movie has a Blu-ray release, and the Blu-ray, for some reason, is really expensive. It might even be out of print. It's released by Severin. So I grabbed the Image Euroshock Collection. Of course, Snapper Case Edition. Like, what the fuck? And that is of Horror Express. I think this movie's awesome. Really, really good stuff. Of course, you've got Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing in there. How can you go wrong, right? Horror Express, but fucking Snapper Case. But this thing was actually really good shape, though. Surprisingly in really good shape, so... Yep. Next up here from Synapse Films, and that's Dark Forces. Finally got around to grabbing this. Dwindling down my Synapse releases that I want to grab. There's still about maybe 10 more that I really want to grab, so... But Dark Forces, still yet to watch that one. I got that one actually for a couple bucks, super cheap. And this has always been the oddest Synapse release for me, because they don't release a lot of older films. And this one, of course, is older. It's from, I believe, the 1959, yeah, I was going to say. That is The Brain That Wouldn't Die. So that's really cool, man. This flick is cool. I haven't seen it in many years, but yeah, good stuff. Synapse releases. We got another Jess Franco film released by Dark Sky Films, and that is Count Dracula. Jess Franco's Count Dracula. Never seen this one, but yeah, Jess Franco, I'm just such a sucker. I mean, really, fuck, there's so many damn Jess Franco films out there. I must have like 100 myself, but yeah. Criterion. Finally got my hands on this film. This is great. I love this movie. Fiend Without a Face. Really stoked to finally have a copy of this. Dwindling down my Criterions that I really want, but yeah. Fiend Without a Face. Good stuff. Got another one of these Scream Theater, Volume 4. I have now the first 5 volumes. This one has Legend of the Witches and City of the Dead. City of the Dead is also known as Horror Hotel, I believe. Yeah, Horror Hotel, I think. Yeah, double feature, still sealed up. Got it from VCI for super cheap. I think it was only $5 or something, but I like these releases. Kind of getting them, dwindling those ones down too, but cool stuff. I got multiple copies of that movie, actually. Yeah, and next up here, TV series American Horror Story Asylum. Me and JP were joking the other day about how I'm probably going to have all these seasons by the time the show is done, and I will not even started the first one. Fuck. American Horror Story Asylum. I heard this one's really good, so gotta check that out. And yeah, got another fucking huge stack of DVDs here. Next up here from Scorpion is The Power. I talked about this one on the podcast. This one was pretty interesting. it's okay. It's, you know, it's definitely above average, but it was decent, you know. It's okay, you know, type possession, kind of demon film or whatever. Yeah, The Power, interesting stuff. The Return with Sybil Shepherd, another Scorpion release. This one, kind of like an alien type film. Really weird, slow burn though. I believe this is from the same director that did Without Warning, I want to say. I don't know if it says on here, but I think it's from the same director that did Without Warning. So it's got very similar type feel, very slow kind of type burn, but it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. Another one from Scorpion here, Force 5. I've always been looking forward to checking this movie out because, you know, martial arts, fucking kind of exploitation, pretty cool stuff. But I gotta say, I was a little disappointed with this one because there wasn't really a lot of action in this. Like, when there was action, it was really fun. But there's lots of slow moving parts and stuff. The trailer that I've seen on compilations and stuff always looks way better than, you know, the actual film. But it wasn't bad though. It wasn't bad. But Scorpion stuff, you know. Oh, and I had to grab this movie because I wanted to grab part 2 and part 3, and that is Boogeyman. This movie is absolutely shit. I saw this in the theater when it came out, and it was just horrible. I've never watched it since. Actually, no, that's a lie. I did watch it again. Horrible fucking movie. Terrible, terrible shit. I don't recommend that one bit. But I wanted to, I'm a completist, so I had to grab the first one, and I wanted to check out part 2 because I keep hearing people tell me that part 2 is actually pretty good. It's completely different than the first one. It's more like a slasher flick. And they were right. This was actually pretty entertaining. I like the mythology that they kind of developed with the Boogeyman. Slasher feel to it. Pretty cool stuff, man. I was actually quite impressed with this. Tobin Bell's in it. It wasn't bad. It was actually pretty damn good. And honestly, I think I like this one even more, and that's the Boogeyman 3. This one takes place like in a college, and the mythology kind of grows in this, and not bad, man. I gotta say, like, it's very odd for me to say because I just expected to hate these movies, but they weren't bad. I was entertained, so what can I say? Next up here is a flick from 2014, and I fucking loved this movie, and that is Housebound, Australian flick called Housebound. Really cool stuff about a girl on house arrest. Crazy shit starts going down in the house. Awesome characters, great atmosphere, very dark comedy. Loved every minute of this movie. Great stuff. We got another, this is a Tokyo Shock release. I've heard many people talk about this one over the years, or show it off anyways. Didn't really know much about it, but Hellevator comes in the, you know, the side loader box there. Pretty cool stuff. This is a weird fucking movie set in the future where these elevators transport people in between cities. The cities are like in buildings and stuff. It's really odd. It's a fucking weird film. Got crazy characters. You know what you're gonna get with some Asian stuff right there. It's batshit crazy. But Hellevator, I recommend it, man. It was pretty fucked up, man. Me and my buddy watched it the other night and we're just like, what? Weird flick. Next up here is film from like 1996, and I've always wanted to check it out, and that's Replicator. This one is fucking cheesy bad shit. Loved it. Loved this flick, man. It's so bad about turning guys into girls, and they try to correct it, and then they turn into alligator. Oh, fuck. It's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous fun, though. Replicator. Oh, yeah. Check that out. Good stuff. Next up here, we've got a film that I've seen a bunch of people talk about over the years. I've actually seen this one around, and I never really knew what the fuck it was. And it's called Farmhouse, and this one basically has a very simple premise about a couple that breaks down. They seek help at this house. Seems kind of normal, cliched, and then the end, the last half an hour, is like completely batshit crazy, different, weird. I really enjoyed it, man. The ending definitely saved this film. Interesting film, though. Farmhouse. I recommend it. It's pretty good stuff. From Shriek Show again. This is a movie that I remember seeing way back in the day, like the cover for it. VHS, I believe it's the same one. I'm not 100% sure. It's one that I never hear anyone talk about, and that is Hell High from 1986. It's a slasher flick about a teacher that kind of fucking loses her shit and goes nuts. You know, it's not bad. It's bad, but it's bad in kind of a good way. It's entertaining, cheesy shit like that. I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty good, though. Next up here, we've got a film from 2014 starring my boy Harry Potter. No, you know, honestly, you don't even see him in this at all. But Daniel Radcliffe, Juno Temple, she's fucking phenomenally awesome in this. But yeah, and that's Horns. I thought this was really good. And I have to say that Daniel Radcliffe is definitely got out of, you know, that potential stereotype casted, you know, character of Harry Potter. And I think he does a really good job. He's really, you know, he plays a really pissed off character in this. He's vulgar. You know, gets some sex time in this. But no, he was really good, man. I think he did a good job. And I like the premise of the film. It was pretty interesting. But Horns was better than I thought it was going to be. Next up here, picked this one up at my local Hollywood Video for like a couple bucks because I actually watched this on Netflix and really loved it. I thought it was great, especially for like a PG-13 type kids film. It was actually creepy. It was really fucking weird. The whole, really enjoyed this. It's kind of similar to The Gate, I would say a little bit, but totally different though, in premise. Really creepy. The jester in this fucking blew my mind. It's pretty crazy. Good kids flick. Another Ryan Nicholson film here, released by Unearthed, and that is Caller. Talked about this one on the cast. This is actually really good, man. I know a lot of people had mixed opinions and stuff, but I thought it was really good. Recognize some of the places that he shot at, and this was pretty cool. But I liked it though, man. It's got a pretty fucking twisted fucking premise to it. But some good gore, good kills. There's one kill in this that I just like, holy shit, that was pretty gnarly. So, yep, that was Caller. Then we've got a release by Camp Motion Pictures, and that is Night Terrors. This is a anthology flick. The first one is a Christmas one. The second one is about this guy. It's like the first one's a Christmas slasher flick. The second one's about this doctor that is trying to do studies on, you know, to figure out a cure for his daughter because she's dying. She's terminally ill, cancer. And the third one is, it's kind of like a zombie film, and the disease is spread by people having sex. Kind of a zomcom, but it's done really well. The acting in this is pretty bad, but overall, all three shorts are actually pretty entertaining, and yeah, it had some what the fuck moments in it too, but Night Terrors, I recommend this, man. I thought it was really good. Another anthology film that I barely hear anyone talk about from 2006, I believe this is, and that's Trapped Ashes. Now this one right here has shorts directed by Sean Cunningham, Joe Dante, John Gadia, of course Monte Hellman, who did Two Lane Blacktop, and Ken Russell. I really like this movie, man. I thought pretty much all the shorts were good. Sean Cunningham's is so trippy. It's like an Asian one, and it's kind of like done Asian style and stuff. Pretty interesting. I liked it though. What can I say, man? I love my anthology films, but yeah, no one ever really talks about this one. Kind of a shame. Next up here, we got another Asian flick, and that is Red Eye. This one obviously takes place on a train, I believe. Yeah, this is the train one. Yeah, been wanting to check this one out for a long time. I think there's an American remake of this. I think maybe Wes Craven did it or something. I don't know, or presents it. But yeah, released by Tokyo Shock, Red Eye. Cool stuff. Next up here, we've got a film featuring, or with C. Thomas Howell, Killer Bees. How can I not grab a film called Killer Bees? Couple bucks, why not? Then we got a Wes Craven film that I've never actually watched before, Invitation to Hell. This one was grabbed used from Second Spin, but a couple bucks, why not? Shit. Never seen it. Been looking forward to checking it out. Another one that I actually bought new, but it came, or bought used, came new, and it's like an old Anchor Bay release, and that's Heartstopper. Don't really know much about this, but I'm curious about it though. Looks interesting. Heartstopper. Then we've got another flick, another Frankenstein flick, because, you know, of course, I always have to grab every fucking movie that has Frankenstein in the title, and that's Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. It's a Hammer flick. Never seen this one. It's got, of course, Peter Cushing in it. Yeah, gotta love Peter Cushing, man. Fucking awesome stuff. And you know, this was another one I bought used, and it came factory sealed. Fucking old snapper case. Goddamn snapper cases. Fuck's sakes. Next up here is a film from Vinegar Syndrome, and I grabbed this one after I saw it was limited to 500, but the premise sounded interesting. I'd never heard of this flick before, and it's called Murder on the Emerald Seas. It's like an investigative film, like on a boat, like a kind of deal, right? So, but it was limited, so, you know, if this one goes out of print, which I'm sure it's going to, I'll just want it eventually. So I thought I'd grab it for really cheap. It was cheap. I think it was only like 10 bucks or something, or 12 bucks on Diabolic, but yeah, I thought I'd grab it, so why not? Vinegar Syndrome. next up here from Full Moon is a flick that I've not yet seen. I've been wanting to see it ever since it came out. That's Ooga Booga. Of course, it's got Karen Black. It's kind of like a rip-off, a trilogy of terror, really. I mean, give me a break. Totally looks like that, so yeah. Chars, yeah, beer break. Alright, so continue along with the DVDs here. We've got another anthology film released by Brain Damage Films, and I picked this one up because Ryan Nicholson has a short in it, and it's called Hell Hath No Fury. I actually popped this in the other night, and I never even got a chance to start the film. The menu came up, got sidetracked, and ended up having to do something, so never got a chance to watch it, but I don't know, gonna be low budget stuff. I've heard not the greatest things about it, but I want to check it out because I love me some anthology films, man. Yeah. Picked this one up used at the Hollywood Video, also from Unearthed Films, and it's called Hunting Creatures. I grabbed this one because it's like a German splatter flick, and I love Unearthed Films. Everything that I come across from them, I try to grab. So looks pretty interesting. Short film though, 72 minutes, but yeah, I'll give that one a shot. Why not? And this one I've seen on Jesse's Jesse Midnight Crawler Demented Domain channel so many fucking times. I've seen him talk about this film, and I actually came across it for dirt cheap, and I was like, why not? And that's The Killer Snakes. This one, of course, is a Shaw Brothers release from the early 70s, 1974, so I'm really curious to check this one out. Looks pretty interesting. Heard nothing but good things about this, so. But yeah, it's got that batshit crazy cover art. Love that stuff. Great stuff. And yeah, I gotta change up the case on this one. It's one of these rental cases. I hate that when you buy these things used and they're like rentals. From Image, and that's Blood Orgy of the She-Devils. Yeah, right there. I just haven't done it. I got a bunch of clear cases, but yeah, check out that one. And I got a couple non-horror films, but I fucking loved this movie right here. This was awesome. Really fun shit, man. Directed by Bobcat Goldthwait, and that's God Bless America, about a really pissed off dude, hates the fucking world, hates reality bullshit, people getting credit for not really having any talents and stuff. Goes on a killing spree, picks up this girl, she joins along. Great flick, man. I loved this movie. Awesome stuff. Then I grabbed this one because it was super cheap, and I wanted to check it out. I was in the mood for watching a stupid comedy, and that is Neighbors, of course, with Efron and Rogan. Pretty stupid premise about a sorority that moves into like a suburb neighborhood. Of course, it would never fucking happen. And of course, they're super loud. Rogan and his wife have a newborn, and they basically try to, they get into a battle with these guys. Everyone knows the premise. It was fun. It was pretty fucking stupid, but I actually laughed quite a bit in this movie, so not bad. Just wanted to check it out, and finally got my hands on this. This one's actually a little sun-faded, kind of cool, X-Rental. Not a VHS, but a DVD, which is odd. But this one really, really needs a new release. It needs a Blu-ray release. It needs a good release, because this is a really fucked up movie, man. I love it. And that's Stay Tuned. I love this film, man. John Ritter, about this family that gets trapped in their TV, and they got to go through all these different scenarios and these channels and stuff. Really fucking awesome, dark. This movie is almost like a horror flick in parts, man. It's like a really dark comedy. I love it, though. It's awesome. Stay tuned. Great stuff. And yeah, so I'll finish up this update with the box sets and stuff that I picked up. I picked up actually quite a few, man. Like, I picked up more box sets in this update than I've picked up in a long time combined. But first up, not really a box set, but a special edition from Shameless, and that is the washing machine. From Ruggero Deodato. Again, you probably noticed I picked up a lot of Ruggero Deodato films in this update, and there's a reason for that. But yeah, this edition's so cool. This fucking washing machine type deal. Really cool stuff. Then yeah, this was like the score of the update. I got this for $24 shipped. Usually goes for stupid money. And that is the Ilsa box set released by Anchor Bay. Such a fucking, oh man, such a fluke to grab this for so cheap. Of course, it comes with She-Wolf of the SS, which I watched the other night, and this movie's still fucking awesome, man. It's just brutal shit, man. So much nudity. Sleaze, you know how it goes. Harmon Reaper of the Oil Sheiks. Never actually seen this movie before, so I need to check out that one. But I've seen this one, and I love this movie, and that is The Wicked Warden. You gotta love it. Ilsa. So yeah, this was such a great score. I couldn't believe when it came up on Amazon.ca. I thought for sure it was going to come all tattered and not even be the right one and stuff because it was so cheap, but I was willing to take the opportunity or the chance because it was 24 bucks. But yeah, what a fucking score that is. The Ilsa box set. Amazing stuff. So yeah, cool. Finally glad to have that in the collection. Next up here is from Sub Rosa, $5 box set. I actually had a couple of these movies, but I'm just going to give them away. But I wanted the box sets, and that is the American Gore Story Serial Killers Gone Wild box set. This one right here, $5, you know, for 5 films, still sealed. Very cool stuff. You know, me and my box sets, I gotta have them. So, yeah, this one right here comes with Holler If You Hear Me Kill You, which I actually do own. Horror Rock, I Spit You On Your Grave, which I believe I actually want to copy that too. Midnight 2, I don't think I have, and Clay, which is really cool. So, yeah. Check out that. $5 for that. Really. I mean, you can't beat that shit. American Gore Stories Volume 2, Movies That Made My Mom Puke. That is fucking awesome. Again, same style. 5 films, $5. Cool box set. This one, of course, comes with Dirty Cop, No Donut, which I own. Drive-In Madness, which I already own too. Ski Wolf, which I don't, Peter Rottentail, which I have, and Horno. I basically wanted it for Ski Wolf and Horno, of course, because I didn't have those, but the other 3 I'll just give away to probably Jeremy or JP or something. But yeah, $5. Fuck, can't beat that shit, man. Then, of course, these aren't like in the box set forms, but continue along with American Gore Stories. Redneck Psychopaths in the Farmhouse, in the Last Farmhouse on the Left. Double disc edition here. Yeah, which is pretty interesting. So, yeah, this one right here comes with Dead Body Man, Dead Body Man Chronicle. No, Dead Body Man 2, Dead Body Man Chronicles, and Aspirating Psychopath. So, 4 films on 2 discs. American Gore Stories Volume 3, which is cool. And this was my favorite one. This is actually what got me to get the other 3 because I had picked this one up, and yeah, fucking awesome. American Gore Stories Best of Shot on Video Volume 4 in the series. Of course, this is shot on video films, which I'm just so happy to have because it comes with A Vicious Suite, directed by Rob Boink. Shattered Dead, of course, directed by Scooter McCrae. The Pack, directed by Brides Guys. And Twisted Illusions from Tim Ritter, which is the sole reason why I got this. But I watched all the shorts, and they're great, man. Or all the films. Twisted Illusions. Awesome stuff from Tim Ritter. Really good stuff. If you like your shot on video like that. Then I seeked out 2 of the 4 volumes of the Rare Flicks triple features. I need volume 1 and 3 still, which is so weird. They were out of stock, but I'm waiting on them. First up here, Rare Flicks volume 2. Of course, these come with 3 discs in them. This one right here has The Killer Likes Candy. They're like all exploitation, low budget type, all different genre films. This one right here, Run Like Hell. Of course, this one has, what's his face in there? Robert Zarr, of course, Maniac Cop. You know, with that fucking awesome jaw. Look at that shit. And this one right here, Molly and the Ghost, which I actually watched. Movie's pretty fucking bad. Pretty bad film. Kind of entertaining, but bad. From 1991. It has like this really stupid 90s kind of TV feel to it. Pretty shitty, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool. I think these were like Shriek Show, Code Red kind of combo releases or whatever, but very cool. For the price, you can't beat it. It's cheap. And then, of course, I grabbed Volume 4. Like I said, I still need to grab Volume 2 and Volume 3, which are the ones I actually wanted the most. Go figure, right? But this one right here, I haven't watched any of them in there. This one's got Lightning Bolt. Looks pretty fucking interesting. This one directed by Anthony Dawson. I want to say this guy did something that I know. Directed by Antonio Margaretti. Oh yeah, that's right. That's his fucking. That's right. This is directed by Antonio Margaretti. So this is like actually an Italian flick. Anthony Dawson was one of his pseudonyms. But yeah, Lightning Bolt. And then we got Boogie Vision. This one looks pretty fucking cheesy. This guy's he directed Don't Go in the Woods. The video nasty. So That's pretty cool. And this one I was so stoked about. Of course, it has Fred Williamson in it, and it's called Transformed. You can't beat that shit right there. Fucking gnarly. So yeah, I'm looking to get the other 2 volumes, which I will get eventually once they go back into stock or whatever. But yeah, the price is good on those. So next up here we've got Severin box set, which I'm so happy that they reissued, because these were actually all out of print, I believe, and they brought them back. So I was super happy. I actually do own one of the 3 in here, and that's from the Cannibal Massacre, so it wasn't a complete waste of time buying the box set for this. The films that are included in here are Popeye, the Love Goddess of the Cannibals, which I've actually never seen before. So yeah, of course, more Italian stuff I picked up here. Grabbed a lot of Italian stuff in this update. Cannibal Terror, which I do own. This movie's okay. It's really bad, but it's fun though. And Jess Franco's Devil Hunter. Fuck, I grabbed a lot of Italian stuff and a lot of Jess Franco in this update. Yeah, a lot of Jess Franco and Italian stuff. But yeah, the Cannibal Massacre collection, cool stuff. Price is right. It was like 20 bucks for it. And speaking of Jess Franco, this is going to do it for the updates. Actually, no, I got one more thing after that. But yeah, the Severin box set of the Jess Franco Perverse collection. Yeah, this was really actually pretty cheap. Not bad for 4 films in this one. And you've got Jess Franco's Machumba Sexual. I think that's how you say it. Machumba, I don't know. But yeah, these are like sex films almost. Mansion of the Living Dead, which is not... I think this is more like a slasher type deal thing. The Sexual Story of O. Yeah, that's kind of looks like a porno, really. And the Inconfessable Orgies of Emmanuel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's gonna have some fucking in it. Yeah, but yeah, I haven't gotten around to watching them. Like, I buy so much Jess Franco stuff, and I watch maybe 1 out of every 10 I buy. No, it's not true. I do watch more. But yeah, Jess Franco, had to grab this. Great box set from Severin. Love me some Severin. And yeah.
¡Es el fin del mundo! ¡Dios los ama y va a matarlos!
And the last thing that I got in this update here is the Planet of the Apes bus from the 2 new films. Sorry about the glare there. Yeah, this one's really cool. I'm not going to take it out of the box, but it comes with the 2 new Planet of the Apes. My dad saw this and picked it up for me. It's generally something I probably wouldn't pick up because, you know, I'm just kind of running out of room, but yeah, this is really cool. I'm glad he grabbed this for me because I really liked it. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, you got the 2 movies on Blu-ray in the bottom of it and stuff, but yeah, that was really cool. That was a cool Christmas present. Just unexpected, really, so... But yeah, that's going to do it for the most ridiculous update I've had in a while. I mean, most of my updates are pretty stupid, but sorry about the length of this one. I am just going to, like I said, just going to be one long-ass video, and Chars. Check you guys next time. I know for a fact that my January update's not going to be even close to being as big because there's not really a lot of stuff that I want to grab. There is a few things, but it'll be shorter. But anyways, guys, Chars.